Hey everyone, I want to welcome you. This is David here, and I want to talk to you today about facing Goliath in your cold calling business. And let's just jump right into this. So, we've gone over facing the fear of placing that first phone call. So, you want to call someone, you're afraid to do it, you've practiced, you're now getting to the point where you're able to make phone calls. I always say that 30 is a good number to evaluate yourself on. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've not received an answer within 30 calls, you need to change your method. Maybe you need to be trying relatives. Maybe you need to try your reverse directory. If you've spoke to 30 people and you don't have a handful of deals, at least one, but more like it should be more like 3 to 5, you're doing something wrong. So 30 is a good evaluation, but you are climbing over this mountain right here in front of you. This is your Goliath. Now, when you're calling people, consider their needs. You're calling somebody that doesn't know you and you're trying to convince them that they have funds or that they have money, or you're selling your deal, whatever it is. Anticipate what they're going to say. Are they going to believe you? Are they going to ask you if you're for real? Are they going to tell you they don't believe you? What if they say, prove it to me? What if they say, show it to me? You have to come up with a game plan on each and every single one of those. You have to practice what you're going to say and say it. The best way is to role play. And when you role play, you have to, and I'm jumping into bullet point 5 here now, you have to get people to work with you that are going to be able to challenge you and really give you the right role play. You don't want someone that's going to say, oh yeah, that was great, when you know it's not great. Maybe people that you know, people in the Facebook group, someone to be able to role play with you on the business and challenge you to the point where they're going to make you better. Have someone practice on you off. Every single doubt that you can imagine. What are you going to say to that person? Take a deep breath. This will put you in the right frame of mind. Then you're going to be delivering your product with reputation. You're going to be calling people and you're going to be offering to get things under contract. Now, when you start making these calls, you call somebody and you get your first yes. Congratulations. I love that. You have another Goliath ahead of you. You're going to have to then get out the contracts. You're going to have to call this person back and verify that they received it. And you're going to have to follow through. So you have to be able to call someone back a few times. And I say this because a lot of times when someone makes that call and they hear a yes, like I've called people in my cold calling business. And in fact, a guy the other day in Arizona, and he's got, his uncle had funds and there's no surviving relatives and he's the oldest nephew. So we're working out a probate situation with him right now. And we've spoke on the phone a few times now. He said, I've had someone else call me, but they never followed through. And two things will happen. Either one, they thought the case was too difficult, which this case will be about a $4,000 payout. The nephew's totally fine with that. He goes, I have no problem with you making this. If you want us to be working with this, he doesn't want to do the paperwork himself. So I will do the paperwork for him and we will get him paid. We've already gone ahead and started the contract process. He's signing it, but you have to call your prospects back. So number one is it's either too difficult, or number two is they're afraid they're going to say no on the second time. You know what? I've had that happen. It's happened. I've called people. They've told me yes. I get the paperwork ready, and then they back out for whatever reason. But you're never going to know unless you follow through and try. What I try to do is build a rapport with that person, and I try to get that rapport up where it's hopefully I have enough of an established of a connection going where that won't happen. I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't happen, because it does, but just food for thought there. Okay. Put a picture of a salesman over here to the left. That's supposed to be a salesman, but Zig Ziglar spoke to one of his salesmen with cookware. This guy said he was in a slump and he was not performing at all. Ziglar asked him if he owned the product. The salesman said, no, I do not own this product. Ziglar challenged the salesman, basically told him he could not be selling something he did not believe in. He challenged him to go ahead and get the product. The salesman did. He bought the cookware. He saw how good it was. His very next presentation, after using the cookware, he actually started selling there and became one of the top salesmen in the company. And I say this because you have to have heart in this business and you have to believe in what you're going to do, because people are going to sense some sort of doubt. They're going to sense that you're not real on the phone. In fact, if someone calls me and they don't know what they're selling or they're not able to finalize it, I hang up. First of all, I don't like sales calls. I don't like it when people call me. I don't like it when people ask me how I'm doing. But people have to be able to get me sold on the phone, or sold, if it's a car dealership, why is this car the best, or whatever it is I'm looking at buying, Why is it better than your competitions? And they have to be able to sell me, and they have to know the product. They have to believe in it. I have to be able to communicate with my clients, let them know. One of the hard parts right now is with COVID-19. I have a case right now, two cases actually, where one in particular, the woman should have been paid 4 to 6 weeks ago. And I'm assuring her that she's going to get her money. And she's like, well, sounds too good to be true. This sounds this. And I'm assuring her she's going to get paid. I've talked to the county several times. They're assuring me that the check's going to be cut. And it's hard because I'm relying on person, but communication is vital. But let's go back to this. I believe I can get this woman paid. I'm excited to get her paid. She knew nothing about her funds. They would have vapored if she had not acted when we did. And she's trusted me to get her those funds. I believe I can do it. I believe in myself. I'm getting 30% of what she's getting. So if I don't get paid, she doesn't get paid. Go into my script. How do I know you're for real? How do I know all this? You need to have that down in your script. You need to practice it, and you're going to be facing Goliaths. It's getting through. And just because you face one hurdle doesn't mean, okay, you get cleared on that one. You made the call. You got your first yes. Then you have another hurdle. You have the paperwork to get together. And then you have to communicate with your client on the process. And that should be coming natural, and you should be relaxing a little bit now. So hope this helps. Thanks for listening, and I'll be doing more videos on this subject. Thank you.